Hey everybody, this is Rainforest Ryan. I have a special fruit tasting video today, but first, before I get into it, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And thumbs up. This is something new that I'm trying because this is a favorite fruit of ours that it can only be grown in very tropical climates, very hot and humid in some parts of South Florida, but we're here in the Yucatan in Mexico, and these are Anonas. I have a white Anona or Anona Blanca, and I have a red Anona, Anona Rojo or Roja, and they're in English they're called custard apple. And these things are nothing like you've ever had before. So let's crack into them. I'm gonna do the white one first. So a lot of the locals here, I think, I don't remember last year, but I think me as well. My favorite are the white ones. So look, they're so creamy. I mean, butter knife. It's kind of like, it's actually exactly like cutting an avocado. I mean, is that custardy or what?
Wow.
I can just smell it. These are some of the sweetest fruits you could ever taste. I mean, let's do this one first.
So when you eat it, what's the texture like?
You know, it's funny.
Just gonna eat it with a spoon, huh?
Just, I mean,
What's the texture like?
what can I compare it to? It's very hard to try to say what. The texture is definitely custardy. It's definitely custardy.
Like yogurt
Yeah, like yogurt.
or like pudding?
Like, I'm gonna say more like pudding.
Pudding.
Like pudding. And there's a little grit in it. There's a little grittiness in it. I wish I could think of something else that has the grittiness in it like that.
Kind of like an apple, but not hard.
Yeah, it's just not hard at all.
A little like pith in
And
there.
super sweet. I mean, the flavor.
Like
Okay.
what's the flavor
The
like?
flavor is like yogurt. This is literally like it's like eating yogurt.
It's tangy like yogurt?
It's not really tangy.
It's sweet.
So sweet. It's not vanilla-y, even though it kind of looks like vanilla, but
Are you just eating the seeds?
I'm actually kind of rolling them around in my mouth because it's kind of like I don't know if you've ever eaten cacao. It's like eating a cacao seed, where you kind of roll around the seed casing in your mouth, and all of the sweet pulp is around the seeds.
And then so you take the pulp off with your teeth, and then you spit the seeds out.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, look, like they're in this little casing.
Wow.
Here. But all the seeds are kind of located in the middle here, like right here. But if you stick to the sides, the outsides, you can. I accidentally got one seed, but you can get all the custard apple and no seeds.
Wow. Does the red one look the same on the inside?
No, they're usually a lot more colorful. Let's get into that one. This looks like a strawberry. Look at that.
It does. A humongous strawberry.
This one's not as colorful as some of the other ones. Sometimes some of the larger ones, I've noticed a lot of times the smaller ones for some reason aren't red, like the bigger ones inside. The bigger ones have blush all all around the outsides.
Oh yeah, I can see some pink.
It's a little bit. But I can tell just by looking at this one. This one is going to be, the texture is going to be a lot smoother and a lot less gritty on this. This is going to be a more custardy. Oh yeah, oh my gosh.
I think the pink one's prettier.
Way less gritty. Way less gritty and more yogurty. Very similar flavor though. The flavor is not really any different. But the texture sure is. I mean, there's like almost no grit in this at all. Oh my gosh. This one's more tropical. This one tastes more, it has more of a tropical flavor. That one's more plain.
And how many of these trees are putting off fruit right now?
Technically we have 4, but
This one's one.
was really
Let's see if I can find a Anona. Oh, it's kind of hard to see there.
I don't believe the Anona trees in Florida get this big. I mean, we're here in the Yucatan, and I know this is like one of the places that they've been grown here for a very long time. These trees are about, I think, somewhere around 40 years old. Our neighbor planted them from seeds.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over to this tree and see if I can get a shot of an Anona like on a tree. These cats are really getting into it today. Ah, here's a bunch. I got a good shot.
So I don't know if you can tell on camera, but some of them they're like a kind of a grayish, but how you can tell that they're starting to get ripe is they do something, it's called a blush. This one here is starting to blush. Something got into this one, and you can tell the color difference between that one. See, between that one and this one.
Hard to see on camera.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
I see it. It's peeking through there.
Yeah.
And it's a brighter color, and you're saying you call it blushing.
It's blushing, and also it's kind of hard to get that close to one, but it starts to smell sweet. You can smell it right through the skin when it starts getting ready. And the problem with that is the animals can too, and a lot of times you have to try to beat the animals to them.
And I can see so many in this tree.
Oh, there's so many.
Kind of hard to catch on camera, but everywhere I move here, there's some in the shot. Wow.
I don't know if it had to do with weather or if it's just an alternate bearing tree, but it seems to be alternate bearing. The first year that we were here, it had Anonas, but this is a bumper crop for sure. I mean, it just was loaded this year with Anonas.
Well, and so these are called in English custard apples. And then I'm gonna go back over and get one more shot of the fruit itself. And just to share with everyone, my favorite way to do these is to make them into a smoothie where you de-seed them and use them in the liquidora, that's the word for blender, and you use some ice and some water, and I put a few bananas in there, and oh man, are you getting
I gotta show 'em.
I have some that are de-seeded because there have been so many coming from the
This is
trees.
a frozen bag of them, and it is absolutely amazing. Like, these are good, but this is really
De-seeded.
de-seeded and
Ready for
ready to
smoothies.
put it in your blender. Oh my goodness. I wish I could describe the taste because the flavor is not like anything that I know to compare it to. I'm sure somebody like from more of a tropical climate would be able to like say a fruit that it tastes like, but with my basic knowledge and palate of the fruit that I've had, it's nothing like any other fruit that I've tasted.
I think that just with some ice and a banana and in the blender, I think it tastes just like ice cream. It's really
What flavor?
so sweet. I would say like just a
I would have to say
vanilla kind of tropical a little bit, but
definitely
it's
the closest
kind of
thing
vanilla-y.
I think I can put to it is vanilla. The flavor.
But it's got a little tropical zing.
But it's a tropical. This one is way less pretty than this one.
So pretty. Such a wonderful fruit. Well, thank you, Ryan, for sharing the Anonas with us today and for letting us see these really wonderful fruits.
Thank you, Anonas.
Once a year. We're blessed with them here.
And I hope that one day you get to try them. And if you do, I highly recommend it. So delicious.
Okay, well, we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye.